Hi, it's Linda with CreativePLR.com, and I'm back with a couple ideas for the upcoming spring season. So we have Easter coming, we have Mother's Day, we have Father's Day, we have Cinco de Mayo, we have all kinds of probably birthdays coming, anniversary parties, and maybe we're just having a cookout in the spring and we're going to celebrate spring. That works for me too. And so, one thing that I notice at a lot of parties, they have banners or buntings. And if you're confused about what a banner or a bunting is, let's go over and let's look at Etsy. And this is bunting. Now, this is bunting clip art that you can put on the front of a journal or a planner, or a card that you're making. Or you can do something like this pastel birthday banner that has, it looks like those shields, or it's a rectangle with looks like a flag. So you can do that. When I think of banners, I think of this big banner here that somebody has to professionally print. But these individual little DIY printable banners, you can do one of those flags or shapes on each page. Somebody can print them out and they can say happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, whatever you want them to say. Or you can actually put different designs on there, like we're going to do one with Easter. And you can also buy these SVGs, and use that for your design if you don't find shapes that you like in PowerPoint. So let's go over to PowerPoint. I have an 8.5 by 11-inch slide here, and I'm going to insert a shape. Now, I happen to like triangles. I use triangles a lot. I'm a math teacher, so I love triangles. I love geometric shapes. But obviously, we don't want them upside down. We want them that way. Now, you may have be thinking like, well, that was right side up, because we want to have the base of the triangle down. But in this case, we want to visualize how our shape's going to look. And I want to fill out the page, but I want to leave space all around, so if you're printing, then you don't cut off part of the design. And the first thing I'm going to do, because I do this so many times, I'm going to go turn off the outline, and then I'm going to add another shape. So insert a shape, and this time it's going to be a rectangle, a long rectangle that goes across the top. And I'm going to go back and get rid of that outline as well. And then I'm going to hold down my Shift key and highlight both, and I'm going to group them together. The reason that I do that is you need to turn down a piece of the top of your design to go over a string, a rope, a wire, and I don't want to lose part of my design. Maybe I want to fill up the whole thing. So we could use this. This is a great one. I want to scoot that rectangle. There, my OCD's kicking in. I want it even on both sides. Not that it matters. Or we could do a shape like this, insert a shape, and I think I liked, let's see, which one did I use before? I like this one that looks like, that one looks like a pretty good banner. And so I would turn it around like this, and I would do the same thing again that I did before. I would get rid of the outline, and I would insert another shape, and it's my old friend, the rectangle, and I'd get rid of the outline. We may want to put the outline back, but I want to get rid of it right now so it doesn't interfere with what I'm doing. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to group those together. Now, you could do a different design. And so what I did was I uploaded those SVGs that I purchased, and I'm going to see if I can find them. Okay, so here was the scallop bunting, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the pink PNG version, and it has the holes in it if you want to punch holes. For a scallop, I would punch holes because I wouldn't want to turn down that pretty scallop. I would want that to show. And if you're not happy with the pink, well, that's easy because it's a PNG. And then we could make it grayscale. We could change the color. We could make it, there are my two favorite colors, pink and purple. Or we could do a green. We could do a white with a pink border. We could do black and white. Let's stick with black and white just for now. You'll notice that my holes went away when I did black and white because the holes are white. And so I would have to put punch holes in there if I were selling this. I think for convenience sake, we're just going to go back and we're going to make with blue so you can see those holes. So now I have 3 different shapes and we're going to do a couple different things with them. So I said that you could add just paper or you could add a picture. So I'm going to go to my shape format and I'm going to fill it with a picture. You could just use a color too, and that would work great. I'm going to go over to my my Easter paper if I can find it easily. And so my Easter paper, we know that we don't want to use, let's see, what about that pretty green that I had a minute ago? Yeah, there you go. Now on this, I would want an outline. The outline is just going to finish it off. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to add an outline. And earlier I had this, but it's the same color and it doesn't show up. So if that happens, you can go in and you can say more colors, and it gives you the whole range, and then you can just do that. And I like to make my outline just a little darker so that it actually shows up. And so I would do that. Now, normally it would bother me to have that line in the middle, but in this case it's kind of good because that's going to show me where to turn down the top of that triangle to fit over my wire or my string. And then you could just add, you could add an alphabet to it. You could add some pictures, and I have a picture on there that a basket. Let's see, where's my Easter gift? Because I pretty much thought that was there. So my Easter gift, I have a basket on there, and so this could be at one end of my banner, or it could be in the middle, or we might want to put an alphabet. So let's take this one and let's fill it with paper this time, not paper. Let's just do a different color. And so I want a lighter color because I'm going to put an alphabet on here. So maybe I'm going to put that on there. And then I did another video showing you how to turn alphabets into a large font or a shape that you could use. And so I'm going to insert a text box. And let's say we want to say Happy Easter. I want a big blocky font. You can use any font that you want. That one works great. And then I'm going to make it as big as I can get so I can actually see it. And then I'm going to type in a capital H. And I think we can all agree that that H is just not going to work for that banner. You're not going to be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert some paper, and it doesn't matter what the paper is, you're not going to see it. So I'm going to insert that paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my text box first, hold down my shift key, click on my paper, and then I'm going to go over to shape format, and with both of them highlighted, and this button down here where it says merge shapes, I'm going to start merging them. And it's hard to tell if it's working because so once that happens, I'm going to get rid, and now you can tell that I've got a shape. I don't have a font anymore, and you can see if I go over here and I want to change the font to 18, it has no effect on it because it's now a shape. And I could put a big H here, and now I can fill my H with paper because it's a shape. So I go over to Shape Fill, and I say Picture, and I'm going to go back over to, where's my products, my Easter paper. And then I can scroll down to that pretty springtime paper, and I can fill it. And with my H, I probably want an outline on that. And so I'm going to go to my outline, and do I want black? I don't think so. I think I want that purple, and I want a nice, there you go, like that. So you could do a whole bunch of these. Happy Easter, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Happy Cinco de Mayo, whatever celebrating that you're doing. And you can see that I've done some others, and you could put a little egg on there. There's my basket. I filled this with paper. I just filled that one with egg, and then yes, I had a bunny. The bunny he wasn't quite dark enough to show up. And if you try to put an outline on a bunny, I don't think you're going to have very much luck. And you can put a border on the whole picture, but we don't want that. Okay. Okay, hope this has been helpful and you can start making buntings or banners personalized for your own use and personalized for your customers as well.